Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. We discuss about the classification of matter. But if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe the channel, like and share the videos for more and more updates. So let's begin. This lecture begins with matter and the classification of a matter. Then what is meant by matter? Anything which has mass and occupies the space. Whatever is to be exist in the universe, if it has a mass and occupies the space, that means it has a volume, then it is called as the matter. Then this matter is mainly classified into two groups, that is the pure substances and the mixture. Pure substances are again bifurcated into element and the compounds. Elements are again classified into metal, non-metal and metalloid. Here mixtures are classified into two groups, that is the homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture. This is the simple classification of the matter. Matter is classified into pure substances and the mixtures. Pure substances are classified into elements and the compounds, and elements are again classified into three groups, that is the metal, non-metals and the metalloids, and the mixtures depending upon the nature of a mixture. This mixture is of two types, that is the homogeneous mixture and the heterogeneous mixture. Then first we discuss about the terms which are present in this classification. Then a question is asked on this topic like this: explain the classification of matter on the basis of a chemical composition. Then we discuss one by one. Then first about the pure substances. The substances which always have a fixed composition are called pure substances. Fixed composition. That means it never change in any condition. For example, water. Water is the pure substance because its composition never change whether it is in a gaseous state, liquid state or the solid state. So it is a pure substance. Then these pure substances are classified into two, that is the element and the compound. Then we discuss about the element. Elements are pure substances which cannot be broken down into simpler substances by ordinary chemical changes. That means these are the pure and made up of atoms of the same element only. It means that, for example, gold is made up of only gold atom, silver is made up of only silver atom. Like that, all these elements are, when we said that they are the pure substances, it means that they consist only their own atoms. Such substances are called as the element. Then these elements are classified into three, that is the metal, non-metal and the metalloid. Then first we discuss about the metal. Metal has the properties of the metal. Metal have a luster, that is a shiny appearance. Gold, silver, copper, mercury, these have their own luster, specific luster. Conduct heat and electricity. They are the good conductor of heat and electricity. Can be drawn into wire, that means they are ductile. This is the ductility is the property of a metal. Like that, malleability also the property of a metal, because they can be hammered into thin sheet. If a piece of metal is to be hammered, then it converted into the thin sheet. This is again one of the property of a metal. Here the examples of a metal are gold, silver, copper, iron, mercury. But mercury is a liquid at a room temperature. Then second, non-metal. Non-metal have no luster. Non-metal have no luster. But here diamond and the iodine. Iodine crystal has some luster. But diamond is an allotrope of a carbon. These are two exceptions. They have some luster. They are the poor conductor of heat and electricity. The another Allotrope of a carbon is a graphite, and a graphite which is present in your pencil or in most of the electrochemical cell, the graphite rods are used as an electrolyte because it conduct the electricity. So generally the non-metals are the poor conductor of heat and electricity, but the graphite is a good conductor of electricity, which is allotrope of a carbon, though carbon is a non-metal. This cannot be hammered into thin sheet or drawn into wire because they are brittle, they are hard. If we hammer them, they broken down into the small pieces. So they cannot be hammered to convert into the thin sheet or may convert into the wire. For example, iodine, nitrogen, carbon. These are the non-metals. Then next one is the metalloid. Some elements have properties intermediate between metals and non-metals are called as metalloids or the semi-metals. Their properties, some properties of elements like a metal and some properties are like a non-metal. That means these are the elements but shows the both types of properties, not 100% but intermediately. They are called as the metalloids. For example, silicon. Silicon is the well-known metalloid, arsenic and the germanium. Silicon, arsenic and the germanium, these are the metalloids. B is the compound. Compounds are the pure substances which can be broken down into simpler substances by ordinary chemical changes. For example, water. Compounds, though they are the pure substances, but they are made up of a combination of by the combination of two or three elements. For example, water. Water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Ammonia is made up of nitrogen and the hydrogen. Similarly, methane is made up of a carbon and a hydrogen. It means that though they are the pure, but they are not made up of only one element like a element. They are the combination of elements in a proper ratio. As in water, two hydrogen are always combined with a one oxygen. In ammonia, three hydrogens combines with a one nitrogen. In methane, four hydrogens are combined with a one carbon atom. That means their proportion is always fixed. So here, fixed proportion. That means their proportion is always fixed. And they are the combinations of 2 to 3 elements. Here, this water is to be broken down into simpler substances by ordinary chemical changes. For example, when water is subjected to electrolysis, then it liberates hydrogen and the oxygen. That means it gets broken down into the hydrogen and the oxygen, which are the simpler substances called as the compound. Then we move further towards the mixture. Mixture is a simple combination of two or more substances in which the constituent substances retain their separate identities. Simple combination. For example, we add dust into the water. It is a mixture. Mud in water, it is a mixture. Concrete, which is a combination of a sand, gritty, cement and water, it is a simple mixture. So it is a simple composition of two or more substances in which constituent substances retain their separate identity. When we add a dust or the mud into the water, then water has its own identity. Like that, mud is also with its own identity. That means they are not mixed together to form uniform mixture, uniform throughout. The composition of a mixture can be varied to any extent. Therefore, mixture do not have fixed composition. Like a compound, mixture do not have their fixed composition. We simply add, suppose we want to prepare salt in a water, then there is not a fixed ratio. We add 1 spoon in a 1 glass of water, two spoon in a 2 glass of water, or 1 spoon in a 2 glass of water. That means the composition is not a fixed. For example, again, ethyl alcohol and water. Ethyl alcohol and water, there is no fixed composition. Up to till the parameters are not applied, how much concentration is required. Salt in a water, mixture of a gases. These are the mixtures. And have no fixed composition. Then mixtures are of a two type: homogeneous mixture and a heterogeneous mixture. We discuss about the first, homogeneous mixture. A mixture in which the concentration of the constituent remains uniform throughout the mixture and all the constituents are present in a one phase is called as homogeneous mixture, uniform throughout. When we add sugar or a salt in a water, then sugar or a salt is completely dissolved in the water and form uniform system throughout. It means that solute, sugar or salt is uniformly distributed in a 1 glass of water or given amount of water. We cannot separate the sugar particles easily from the glass of water or the salt particles from the glass of water. That means that system is uniform throughout. We cannot divide them into two systems, that is the sugar, that is the solute, and the water, that is the solvent. So such mixtures are called as the homogeneous mixture. For example, mixture of salt and water, mixture of sugar and water, mixture of ethyl alcohol and water. These are the homogeneous system or the homogeneous mixtures. The next one is the heterogeneous. Heterogeneous mixtures, if two or more phases are present in the mixture, and it is called as the heterogeneous mixture. That means the system is not uniform throughout. The two phases are always separated in that system. For example, if we add oil, simply oil in a water, oil can form its own layer, and below the oil layer water is there. That means the both layers are get separated. Then here example is given, phenol and a water system. Phenol is not mixed in the water. Silver chloride and water, again same thing is there. Iron filling sand system. Iron fillings and a sand system. If we add the powder, that is the powder form of the iron, is called as the iron fillings. When we add them into the sand, they cannot be mixed. That means the sand and the iron fillings get separated forever. So such mixtures are called as the heterogeneous mixture. Again one thing, concrete, which is a combination of gritty sand, cement and water. It is also the heterogeneous mixture. So this is the classification of matter. We recall it again once. Matter is classified into two, pure substances and the mixtures. Pure substances are again bifurcated into two, element and the compounds. Elements are again classified into three groups, that is the metal, non-metal and metalloid, while mixtures are classified into two depending upon the uniformity of the components of the mixture. If it is uniform throughout, then it is called as a homogeneous mixture, for example salt and water. And if it is not uniform throughout, then it is called as the heterogeneous mixture, for example oil in a water, phenol in a water system, or silver chloride in a water system. This is the classification of matter.